guys, so I know we told you that this week we were going to put out our May 31st part 2, but we're still working on getting that video together. So this week I'm just going to release a video that I had planned for a couple of weeks. In Rachel Hester's new book, The Guide to Homestead Diary Sheep, she proposes a natural method of washing wool using only water and the sheep sweat and lanolin that is in the dirty wool. Supposedly, the sheep sweat and lanolin that is in the dirty wool upon fermentation will saponify, causing the wool to become clean. I decided to test this method and I will share my outcome with you. The first part of processing wool is to skirt the wool. This is the process of taking away all the manure, all the dirt, the vegetable matter around the neck, the rear, the legs. Basically, I just leave only the back. People say that when you are skirting wool, you're normally not generous enough and usually keep more than you really need. I really went overboard and kept just very little. I was scared that I took too much off during skirting, but after washing, I found that I have a ton of wool to work with. So skirt well, make sure you get as much of the dirt and vegetable matter off. You will be stuck with vegetable matter till the end when you're spinning. There will always be vegetable matter there. Rachel Hester says in her book, quote, "To wash the wool with this method, take the dirty fleece and fully immerse it in the tub of cold water. I like rainwater as I feel it is more effective than city water. Cover the tub and let it sit for a week. By the end of the week, it will be rather pungent, so don't have the tub directly outside your door unless you are proactively keeping house guests away. Then take the wool out of the tub, squeezing the suet water out of it as much as possible, and put it in a second tub of water of the same temperature as the previous rinse. For this step, you will only leave for an hour or two. Then remove the wool, squeeze out the water, and repeat this process until the rinse water squeezes out clear." I would advise wearing gloves when you start squeezing out dirty water. My sisters really didn't want to sit next to me after I would handle the wool because it would be really bad. It would stick on you for a while. After about the 4th or 5th rinse, it started leaving your skin and started getting to smell just like wet sheep. By the end of the rinsing, which took me 2 days because I did not have time to do it every 2 hours and had to let it set overnight one night. I did not have any rainwater collected, so I just used water from out of the hose. Now it does have a faint smell now that it's dry, like really nothing at all. When I set the ply of the yarn, I will probably put a little essential oils in the water that I used to set the ply so that it will smell better. Carding it was a completely new skill for me to learn. But once I got the hang of it, it really wasn't that hard. I will show you some footage of me doing it, but be warned, I'm still probably not the best carder for a beginner even. But I can do it and I can get the rolls of wool that I need to use to spin. I will also show you how I spin my wool, which again, I am very new to spinning, so I am not very good at it, but I will spin a couple of these rolls and just show you how much I can get maybe out of like 2 of them and what that yarn will look like. In the carding process, be careful with the pins. My sister took a turn trying to card the wool and actually drew blood with the pins in the cards. So just be careful with that. It takes some practice, but it's really easy once you know what you're doing. Out of 2 of those rolls, I was able to get 5 yards of a 2-ply yarn. This wool was half thin, quarter Icelandic, quarter East Frisian hogget fleece. It is a really soft fleece and really fun to work with. I am estimating that I will get a little over 250 yards if I continue to spin it in the same consistency that I had been spinning in this video.